Hi, everybody! We're back to recommend suggestions for Americana, alt country, and folk music that you can get for free from the Carmel Clay Public Library card. I'm Catherine, and I'm joined today by Aggie and Jason from our Adult Services Department. Jason, what do you have for us this week?
Well, I'm really excited to talk about one of my favorite songwriters, Josh Rouse. Josh is a troubadour in every sense of the word, while Nashville is his adopted hometown and has certainly helped influence his sound. He has traveled all across the country and then eventually living in Spain, and it's really shaped his sound throughout the years. He's been around for a while, since his debut album in '98, Dressed Up Like Nebraska. Josh's music has always exhibited a kind of a summery, rootsy appeal. His lyrics are very emotionally intimate, and his vocal stylings are kind of a cross between early Paul Simon and Little Jackson Brown. So if you like that sound, you're really going to dig this. He's also not really afraid to expand his sound either. With his fourth solo album, my personal favorite, 1972, he kind of pays homage to the soft rock sounds of his youth and my youth. So Hoopla has a really nice collection of Josh's works, one of which I have here behind me, the best of the Ryko disc years. You'll get a really nice sampling of his early stuff. If you only listen to a few songs, I would highly recommend Rise, Comeback, and my absolute personal favorite, the tune Love Vibration. It truly captures the spirit of John Sebastian's classic song, Welcome Back. So if you're all old, old enough like we are, and remember the theme song from the classic TV show, Welcome Back, Kotter, this is right in your wheelhouse. You'll love it. All of these really will pick you up if you're feeling down. His music's just the perfect remedy for what's truly been a year to remember. If you do like Josh, I would certainly also try the likes of Ryan Adams, Calexico, Amy Mann, Paul Westerberg. And if you want something across the pond in England, definitely check out Billy Bragg. He's just fantastic. All of these artists are also available on Hoopla. So definitely check out Josh Rouse. I promise you won't be disappointed. If you are, I'll make sure I get your quarterback from the jukebox.
All right, thank you so much, Jason. Aggie, what do you have?
Well, I was just thinking, my favorite is kind of old school, one of the pioneers of the alt country Americana genre, and he also has collaborated with Billy Bragg, who is, one of the greats. A lot of people who are interested in this music will know Jeff Tweedy. He's a longtime frontman of the band Wilco, and kind of really one of the pioneers of the genre, which was kind of forged from rock and rockabilly and blues, just kind of everything. And it was kind of pigeonholed as alt country. I wouldn't call it country, but I wouldn't call it rock either. So I guess it's a good moniker. Anyway, Jeff Tweedy is one of the most prolific musicians in the genre. And he was born in a suburb of East St. Louis in Illinois. Grew up in that area and met a couple other guys, formed a band just like many people do at that age, and eventually formed a band called Uncle Tupelo, which was one of the first bands picked up. They were pretty successful, but there were some issues with some of the members in the band, so they put out about 4 albums, and then he moved on to form Wilco. So Wilco has a large catalog. Jeff Tweedy has several solo works. Again, he has a couple albums with Billy Bragg. He's played with a lot of other artists, and just the sound is unique. It tells a story. It's pop, but yet the lyrics are so meaningful. So anybody who during the quarantine, Jeff Tweedy did a lot of concerts from home, so that could be coming up again. But he's got a new album out called How to Write One Song. And he's also got a book. He's published another memoir called Let's Go Before We Can Get Back, which I highly recommend. And he just is prolific. He just keeps putting out tons of stuff. So I highly recommend anything Jeff Tweedy. And I just saw that Wilco, my favorite album of theirs, is 1999's Summer Teeth. It has a deluxe edition, and that's available on Hoopla as well. So a lot of the Wilco catalog and Uncle Tupelo, Jeff Tweedy is available on Hoopla. So get out there and get your alt country on.
Thank you both so much. I really like indie folk, and I've been listening to some Kurt Vile and to some Arlo Parks, but I wanted to talk about a band that doesn't really exist anymore. I'm going to talk about Margot and the Nuclear So-and-Sos. Named after a character from Wes Anderson's Royal Tenenbaums film, Margot and the Nuclear So-and-Sos was/is maybe an 8-piece group of friends from right here in Indiana. And back in 2005, they released an album called The Dust of Retreat. And my young self swooned over this album. It was a mix of like bittersweet indie folk and sometimes indie rock with a little bit of country sprinkled in here and there. And I was just hooked. Margot was primarily the brainchild of singer-songwriter Richard Edwards, who formed the band in Indianapolis back in 2004. From 2006 to 2018, they released a total of 6 studio albums, and Richard Edwards has embarked on a solo career, and he has 2 albums now in the past few years called Verdugo and Lemon Cotton Candy Sunset. My 2 favorite Margot songs come from one album, 2008's Not Animal, and it's As Tall as Cliffs and Broad Ripple is Burning, which is a fun song to listen to if you're ever in Broad Ripple. You can check out music from Margot and the Nuclear So-and-Sos from the Merchant Square Temporary Library in person or via our curbside service. Thank you again to Aggie and to Jason for their wonderful recommendations, and we wish you happy listening. See you next time.